Good Friday evening, and thank you for joining me tonight. For those who don't know me, my name is Sahira Anaiса Al Fenice. I'm Puerto Rican, born in the mainland US, and from my earliest memories, magic has been a guiding presence in my life, woven into intuition, ritual, and daily practice. My path has taken me through several spiritual traditions. I am a Yayan Gangan Palomayombe, a New York State licensed reverend, a certified aromatherapist and herb and essential oil mixologist, high priestess of the New York City Wiccan Family Temple, and a compassionate death doula. At the heart of my work is service. I weave together ritual, plant medicine, and spiritual care to support healing, sovereignty, and transformation. My show, A Little Hint of Magic, airs on the first and third Fridays of each month at 7 p.m. Eastern. Please stay tuned. So, our topic for tonight is making moon water. And I thought that it made sense to do this show today because it is the new moon. So, you can even start today. It's very simple. We'll discuss what is moon water, how to harvest moon waters, and how to use moon water. I'll do my best to answer relevant questions at the end if there's time. But if we don't get to everything, please feel free to send me your questions or topic requests on Instagram at A Little Hint of Magic. Remember, that's magic with a CK at the end. I'm always happy to continue the conversations there. So let's get started. What is moon water? The sacred ritual of infusing water with moonlight is a significant tradition in many cultures and ancient civilizations around the world that honor nature and align with the lunar phases. These cultures consider the moon to be a purifying force with the ability to cleanse and charge objects. So, remember all those times you were visiting family or friends and you saw a variety of objects on a windowsill during evenings like crystals, jewelry, card decks, etc.? Yeah, folks did not just leave them there, totally forgetting about them. They were most likely cleansing and charging these items by the light of the silvery moon. And speaking of silvery moons, there is this old song that I remember from my days of watching I Love Lucy. Hopefully, you guys know what I Love Lucy is. It's a show. I mean, I think it was in the 50s. I'm a 70s baby. So, I was watching all these old reruns of Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball. And I invite you to check out that specific episode. In that episode, there was a song called By the Light of the Silvery Moon, performed by Doris Day and Paul Weston originally. In the episode, I think Lucy actually sings it, and she didn't sound so great. So it was really funny. Um, I'm not going to kill your eardrums with my less than average singing voice, but I'm going to highlight some verses that I think are really important and that really align with what we're doing in terms of moon water and the energy and the force of the moon, right? So the verses go like this. By the light of the silvery moon, I want to spoon to my honey. I'll croon love's tune, excuse me. Honeymoon, keep a shining in June. Your silvery beams will bring love's dreams. We'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon. So that song always stuck in my head, especially that verse. Now understand this. Doris and Paul were actually singing a love spell. They were singing to the moon, using its energy to empower this love spell. The magic of the moon is so recognized by all cultures, whether ancient or present day. By nature, moon magic is infused into our very bones and DNA. It runs through our veins. But be clear on this, though. Anyone can benefit from moon magic. I mean, anyone. You don't have to be an initiate. You don't have to be part of a tradition. You don't have to be a Yayinganga or Santera or, Hugan. You don't have to be any of that stuff. You can just be, what I call, the muggles, like, regular civilians, right? All you have to do is develop a deep relationship with the moon, nature, the elements. It's not surprising that there are a large variety of magic rituals out there looking to leverage the intuitive, emotional power of the moon. So, what is moon water, anyways, you might ask? Moon water is one of the many tools we can use for harnessing and working with the unique energies of the full or new moon, or even moons during major astrological occurrences like solstices. It is a belief that the moon's energies can be harnessed into moon water in order to enhance spell work, inspire divination, and empower our intuition and intentions. Making moon water is considered a potent action in lunar customs. Many cultures believe that the moon is the manifestation of the divine feminine, the gentle mother, known for her compassion, nurturing, intuition, and acceptance. We use the element of water for its great ability to absorb and carry vibrations and intentions. When we set water out in the moonlight, our intention is that lunar energies are to infuse into the water. So, how do we harvest moon water? Speaking of timing, although most will prefer during a full moon for banishings and removals, or a new moon for new beginnings and positive manifestations, you can make moon water during any lunar phase. I invite you to get familiar with the different energies one can raise during different lunar phases or special events like solstices. Knowing these energies will inform you on the best time for harvesting your moon water specific to your intention. Here is the process. Take a moment to center yourself. Close your eyes, focusing on your breath. Allow yourself to enter a calm and receptive mindset. Focus on your intention, allowing you to infuse your moon water with clarity and purpose, feeling as though what you want in your life is already happening. So, again, one thing that's really important about intention and spell work is that you can't operate from a point of lack. You can't say, well, I don't have this and I want this. You have to walk with, I have this already. I'm living this life. I'm living my best life. This is what I want, even if you currently aren't, right? So you have to walk with that because it's about attracting what you want. And that is the way you do it. So, getting your ingredients, you need a container. You can use whatever container you have available, like a mason jar or even a silver cup. I would recommend using glass, definitely, or even metal, like a silver cup. Silver is really important because many believe that silver enhances the conduction and collection of energy. The water that you can use any type of water. Please make sure you match the water to your intention. Also, if this water is for consumption, so if we're going to drink this water, if we're going to use it to brew tea or whatever, make sure it's safe. I would use spring water or filtered tap at that point. Herbs, flowers, and water safe crystals. And remember, at the last show talked about crystals. Again, make sure that your crystals can be in water. There are a lot of crystals like selenite that you can't put in water and then you'll destroy your crystals. So just make sure that you're operating with safety and with love and care to your items, to your correspondences. Choose correspondences that align with your intention, right? So, for example, if you're looking to do a love spell, right, to bring new things, bring a new love to your life, right, and you want to use rose quartz, for example, um, that would be a good crystal to use, right, for this specific moon water. Please have another set of correspondences that complement the sign that the moon is currently in as an offering. So let's say the moon is in, I don't know, Aries or Sagittarius. Definitely bring herbs and crystals or anything that you're going to use as a correspondence to provide that as an offering, right? Because we want to provide an offering to the moon for providing us this energy that's infusing our waters. So it's giving back, right? Remember that there's a give and take with magic. So we ask for things, and when we receive things, but we must also be grateful, and we must also be thankful, and we must also give something back. If this water is meant to be consumed, please make sure you're using herbs that are safe for consumption, right? And obviously, you're not going to drink crystals. So you take those crystals out before you consume the water. Once infused with the water, oh, and also before I get to that, make sure that whatever crystal you use is safe for consumption also. Some crystals may have certain resins or certain properties that can infuse the water with things that are not so good for us. So again, just make sure that you're operating with safety. Once infused with the water, strain all the plant materials and crystals you've added. Again, we want to make sure that this water is safe for consumption. You wash your container. So before you even put the water in there, wash your container with warm water and natural soap. We need to make sure that the vessel is physically clean. Now use your preferred method to cleanse spiritually also. So there's physical cleaning and spiritual cleaning. So what I tend to do is I light up some ethically sourced Palo Santo and I smudge the container both inside and all around the outside. Whatever means you're wanting to use, make sure that it is something that will cleanse the container, but also will be safe. That's why smoking it to me is the safest option. Next, you fill your container with water. Remember, if your intention is to consume this water, please use only spring water or filtered tap water. Look for a location to place your container of water, one that will be directly exposed to the moonlight. Some suggestions are a windowsill, a balcony, a porch, really any outdoor area where the moon rays can reach your container of water. Just please make sure that you protect your water so that nothing gets in there. No little insects, no animals tipping the water or drinking the water. So just put it in a place where you know it's not going to be touched. The more direct the exposure to moon rays, the more potent your moon water will be. But all exposure to the moon will affect the water with its energy. So just keep that in mind also. Leave your water in that spot through the night and retrieve early in the morning the next day. Seal your intentions by stating the purpose of this water over the container of water. So you state your purpose. This is for the purpose of finding love, new love, for protection, whatever it is. And then, of course, we say, so mote it be. So be it, right? It's almost like an amen for, folks that practice, traditional religions like Christianity. So, how do we use moon water, you might ask? We can drink it. It can be consumed alone in small quantities or used to brew tea. This method allows one to directly take in the moon's energy to empower themselves. You can water your plants with it. Moon water can be used to water your plants with energetically infused waters. You can cleanse, right? You can use moon waters to cleanse a sacred space like your altar, your yoga mat, your desk, even. You can use a cloth dipped in these waters to wipe your sacred spaces down. So it's not like you're pouring water over it, you're wiping the spaces down. A little goes a long way. My preference is adding some of these waters into a spritz bottle and spraying a room when it needs, something, right? Something. We all walk into a room and we're like, oof, and we got a spritz, right? So you can even add a couple of drops of essential oils, right, to the moon water. Some warnings here, though. One, be aware of the color of the essential oil as it may stain items you're spritzing. Something about essential oils and water. If you don't know this. They do not mix by themselves, no matter how hard you shake them. You could shake the bottle for years. It will never mix. Water and oil don't mix. We know that already, right? Um, if you choose to add essential oils, try to go with the lighter citrus oils like grapefruit, lemon, even lime. But again, make sure that it aligns with your intention. If you use anything that allows the oils and water to mix, for example, like a carrier, like, Castile soap, or even it's a solution called soluble, which actually it creates a reaction that allows for water and oil to mix. I can't really describe the chemistry of it. I just know that I've used it in some things that I've created. Um, as a matter of fact, the essential oils themselves can alter the intention of the water. Anything you add to the water can also alter the intention of the water. So that additional carrier, the soluble, and the essential oils can alter the intention of your water. So what you have to do is you have to make sure, do your research, research your oils, and add the ones that align with your intention. Bathing. You can add these waters to your bath and skincare routines as long as the water is safe enough to consume. Again, if you're getting like ocean water, if you're getting like, water from the river, live things are in the river. There are a lot of like things that we may not want to expose ourselves to in a river when you actually kind of hold them or store them and then they grow and they breed. So if I were you, I would literally do anything like consumable water for bathing. I just wouldn't want anything that I can't identify to touch my skin. What's great about bathing in moon water that it's a great way to imbue your body with the moon's energies. Again, healing, cleansing, purifying, nurturing. One more thing that I want to share with you. We can harvest all different types of water to fulfill different intentions. For example, there's nothing like tornado water, right? To make a situation move quickly, right? Or how about rainwater during the appearance of a rainbow to inspire our luck? Or Beltane water to bring desire and passion back into your life. Just remember, once you harvest this water and it's charged, please speak into it so that its intention is confirmed by you. We need to confirm that intention vocally. We need to speak to the water, right? Lastly, storage. Bottling your waters properly. I would advise you to keep waters you're retaining for more than a couple of days in the fridge. Remember that these waters are outside, right? So even your spring water, even your filtered tap is outside, exposed to all kinds of things we can't even see with a normal human eye. So imagine, and you might get a little fly in there, a little mosquito, and then you pick it out, and that's cute and all, but right? So things will grow and make your waters gross under the right environment, right? So please refrigerate your waters unless you're using them within 2 days. That is my recommendation. And we've come to the end of our class today. So as we come to the close of our time together, I invite you to stay connected. Please feel free to reach out with any questions, share insights, or suggest future topics. Your voices is an essential part of this space, and I truly value hearing from you. You can connect with me on Instagram, again, at A Little Hint of Magic. Remember, magic with a CK at the end. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I look forward to gathering again on May 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern this time. We had a little time change today, but normally my class is at 7. So please keep that in mind. Wishing you a beautiful weekend and blessed be. Thank you again.